number one show of late night. You know what it is. Nothing but illustrious guests. Today we got the homie in the house, Jesse Williams.
Right, Jesse Williams, y'all.
Peace.
Yo, Jesse, how's it going today, man?
It's going amazing. It's going amazing. No complaints. No complaints. Started another week.
That's right. That's right.
Quick question before we, start the interview in earnest. How are you able to grow a quarantine beard that doesn't look like you chop trees for a living?
It's funny.
Because the shit is looking like pretty
I
together.
get the lumberjack comments now and then. Believe me, the beard is not my strong suit. I got Patch Adams. I got some things going on over here.
You're not happy with the beard?
I mean, it's fine. I wish it was a little fuller.
Okay.
You know what I mean? But and then I got my little blonde crumb snatcher here.
Are you keeping up? Are you keeping up the beauty routine through this quarantine? Because I know, like, when you're on set and everything, you got people like do your skin and all this. Like now, it's up to you.
No,
yeah.
shit is unruly now. Like now, I get out the shower, I put some coconut oil on my face or whatever my girl puts on there, and I go outside and get sunburned daily.
Listen, that's the life we're living now.
You know what you do realize though when you're not sitting in a makeup chair every day is my nose hair.
Yo,
yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Yo, I pulled the hair out of my ear the other day, and I was like, did I pull it? Like, yo, it was like this long. I was like,
right. When you've got somebody that occasionally just kind of keeps you clear of yourself, you don't even be noticing how that shit, you can turn into bushwhackers out here.
You look in the mirror, you don't see it. Like, I was looking at the eyebrows. I was like, are they almost touching? And I know, shout out to Candace, our makeup lady. She would have handled that. So Jesse, shout out to you. I just peeped you in Little Fires Everywhere.
Yeah.
I was watching it and I seen you. You popped up in it. Excellent role, excellent acting. My question for you, in a series like that, it has like a twist ending or like twists and turns in it. How much of that is exposed to you when you're reading the script? Are you given like the whole thing or just your character?
Yeah, I asked to, they didn't push back on it, but I insisted on reading the whole thing before agreeing to do it. And, it's based on a book. So a lot of the audience that's going to come already kind of is familiar with some of the storyline. But yeah, I read the whole thing and I was really into it. I mean, it moved, it challenged. I had some questions. I had some things I did like, but then that kind of wrapped around. That made sense. I think it's been really well received. It did well. And also keep in mind, I shot that at the same time I'm shooting Grey's and Station 19. And I think I was doing Power at that same time too. So it's like, it was perfect because it was just a couple days. I can just it was in LA. It was able to do something with, Carrie, who I have incredible respect for, and Reese and their team. So it was something, when you do the same show for a long time, you're looking to figure out ways to just flex and be creative and be challenged. And the cast they got was amazing. So it was fun. It was great. But I did, I liked the mystery. Like, I'm just this guy that is like ominous and looming. You don't know. People thought I was some crazy creep kidnapper.
Definitely.
You don't know where it's going to go.
Definitely. I was like, no, not my guy, Jesse. Not my guy, Jesse.
No, he's mad wholesome. He's mad nice. To save lives.
I'm doing my Bieber. Get away from the wholesome. I'm just going to start just like crashing into stuff, getting face tats.
Is this Jesse's heel turn? Like, are you going to play Tekashi in the biography now? Like,
quiet.
Oh, so Jesse.
Yo, but speaking of Grace, though, not for nothing. It's a thing now. Like, it's been on the air for what? It's more than 15 seasons.
16 seasons, yeah.
16 seasons, bro.
Yeah.
Like, what is that like to be part of like something that's like basically like a cultural phenomenon, dog?
Yeah, it's amazing. It's amazing. It's massive in like 226 territories around the world. You know what I mean? Like, it is a top 5 show, I think, in 200 territories around the world in different languages. I got people dubbing my voice in German and Czech and Italian and everything. It's a big deal. It's dope. I'm really, really grateful for it because, that show popped off before I came on 5th season or 6th season. So, they did the heavy lifting and I just go along for the ride and can try to contribute. But, it's an amazing thing to be a part of. It's definitely it's easy for people to take something like that for granted. And people are surprised it's on so long. And I don't take that as an insult. I take that as because no shows last that long. And also most shows are like 8 to 12 episodes a year. We're 25-hour long. So it's a lot. It's a lot of work.
And it's a lot of acting. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like it's a lot of like
drama and
emotion,
comedy and timing and emotion and death and pain and medical terms. And it's one thing to learn lines. It's another thing to learn polysyllabic words you never knew existed until right now.
Right.
Like it's like fucking Avatar or something. Like learning a totally different language, but saying it with authority.
What was the hardest word that you learned on there that you had to take 10 takes to say?
Yeah, I don't even remember now, but it's definitely in a surgery. The other blessing is you have a mask. Well, now we all have masks on.
Right.
And that's what I'm used to wearing masks all the time. And you have masks on and you can ADR. If you fuck the word up, like you can't get it after 5 takes and people are tired of waiting on you, you can just come in later and dub it in the.
Oh, nice.
I got a mask on. I'm good.
Yeah.
You know what? We might have to start doing that for this show.
Yeah. Yeah, we can go live in studio with a mask.
Nice. So, but you like you were saying, Grey's records so much, and you're always recording. You're always super busy. You're always working on so many projects, and now everything is just stopped. Everything is shut down in quarantine. How jarring is that to you?
It's a big mystery, yo. We don't know if we're gonna work again this year. I don't know if I got a check coming in before Christmas. You know, I don't know. It's one thing to, you know, working on set. You got 30, 40 people standing over you. You know, it's a very intimate space. There's unions, we have regulations, and you're trapped in a windowless warehouse with a lot of people. That's how they're gonna figure that out. I know they're working really hard to figure that out. And also, I was supposed to be on Broadway right now. I'd be on stage, getting ready to be on stage right now. We were in rehearsals to start Broadway, which is I only mention because you have a performance, but you also have an audience. Right. It's one thing to like put together a production with all your crew members and lighting and gaffing and everything, but then you got to invite hundreds of people to come sit next to each other. You know, it's all it's hard to imagine how we're gonna work anytime soon, which is a little scary. But we'll figure it out. I got faith, and look, I mean, I'm in an incredibly privileged position, so I'm chilling for now. But I definitely stopped buying shit.
No, definitely.
Yeah, for sure. Definitely. No, I'm gonna flip this shirt inside out for the next episode.
Yeah, for real. Which is, by the way, how I got through all of middle school. Like when I had one Bulls jersey, I wore red side, white side, red side, white side every day, thinking nobody knew. I thought people just thought I had like 6 jerseys.
Did you get caught?
Definitely. I got clowned by this girl I asked out when I was like 12 years old.
She's like, flip your jersey inside out, stupid.
That is funny because I had this pair of jeans that I really loved. And I thought, you know, like baggy jeans. And I was like, all right, I'm going to be low key. I'm going to just rock them 3 days in a row because I got mad compliments when I got them.
Right.
And then I remember this girl was like, yo, he's wearing the same jeans 3 days in a row. And it was the same girl I had a crush on. So I was like, yo, Kimberly, why you do that?
Wow.
It gasses you so crazy when you get that compliment. When you're like proud of one thing you're wearing and somebody notices and says that, you're like, oof, you just bought me like 3 weeks of this shit. I'm just gonna walk around.
I'm gonna wear it till it stink.
So Jesse, we didn't even have Febreze back then either.
Yeah, no. Just had to air it out.
All right.
So Jesse, you been watching the Jordan documentary?
Hell yeah! Actually, I watched 5 last night. I owe 6. I'd like to. I actually have them. Somebody sent me the links to like almost all of them, but I want to wait. And I like watching them every Sunday with everybody else.
Right.
Just have something to look forward to, you know. So I watched 5 last night, and I watched 6 today.
Do you have a favorite Jordan
one so far?
My favorite one so far was probably, I mean, maybe it was the Rodman one. It was kind of the most interesting, you know. I mean, keep in mind, I'm from Chicago. Jordan was our deity, you know. I mean, he's our everything, and that was a pride and joy I took with me when I moved out of Chicago. Was like, I'm from Chicago. I'm from where Michael Jordan plays, and so he is everything to us. So I have definitely a special attachment to that nostalgia of watching it. But watching the Rodman shit was exciting and different. And you get to see Jordan, you know, the super alpha have to go chase down another player. Like have to that and the Pippen stuff, like the Rodman Pippen dynamic. Who's getting paid? Who's getting cheated? All that shit is interesting.
This is a spicy question because there's two sides of the aisle on this.
Okay.
The part about Scotty having a migraine, the way that Mike reacted to that was very like, yeah, this motherfucker, he said he had a migraine. I don't know.
I don't know. There was air quotes for sure.
Oh.
Was he right?
Yeah.
Was he right or was he in the wrong?
I mean, that's Michael being Mike. Look how we talked about Isaiah. Everybody, like, there's no beef is left like to fade away or dissolve. Like I don't think he thinks he had a migraine. I think he thinks it was part of the contract flex. And even if you did, you figure it out is what he thinks.
Right.
Now I've had horrible. When I was younger, I used to have horrible migraine and cluster headaches and shit, and that's destabilizing. But you also have them. Like, you don't have them once. I don't think you really have them like once ever. Never before, never after.
Right.
Yeah, just
so I think you were just like, you had a what? Like, you have polio for the day? Like, what do you mean? Like, that's not how it works.
I was like an episode of Empire, dog. Like,
yeah, he does.
polio for one day.
Came down with the black lung. Like, you don't even work. You work outside. You're like,
oh man. Just you have a favorite Jordan?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's the white 4 cements. I mean,
oh, nice.
Because I used to draw those. I was actually just talking to my girl about this when they were talking about the Jordans. Was that when we could never afford them? I never ever had Jordans growing up, and I was in Chicago. And also, even if we could, you don't get them because you just get jacked for them. It's
right.
80s, people getting killed for those shit. So, but we would draw them. My closest I ever got to Jordans was drawing the 4s and the 3s. And my homie would like draw those and like dogs or something. But yeah, the white 4 cements I think are my favorite. Nice, I love classics. The 9s, the 12s, but the 3s and the 4s are the go-to kind of. They always look great.
Nice. That's a nice
clean shoe,
answer.
clean silhouettes.
Yeah, right. That's just unique.
Mm-hmm. So you were on you were on social media engaging in one of the greatest displays of Black love. You took out your girl's hair?
Oh, damn. Yeah. That was, I did not know what that was being filmed for. I did not know
I saw that. I was like,
not aware.
Bro, was that your first time doing that? Or?
No, I was, whatever. We're in fucking quarantine. It's like we're like two primates grooming each other. You know what I mean? I think we might have been watching the Jordan. We were watching something. And so I help her out, learn how to do it. You know what I mean?
Salute
I'm not above that. I'm man enough to handle that.
There you go. Say what you're saying.
I'm just saying I didn't know it was about to become a damn world star moment. I was just like, thought she was saying that to text to her mom or some shit.
Nah, she put that up, and everyone was like, yes, that's a good man gentleman.
Right there. That's a good
man.
She said
people were like, he's doing it wrong. I'm not fucking doing it wrong. I was just watching TV and I know what I'm doing. I got it.
You damage your follicles.
Got a keratin.
Oh. What do you miss the most in quarantine? Like, what's the first place you want to go when when everything is hopefully back to normal? What is like the first place you'd like to go?
I think I want to go back to New York because that's where I was, and that's where I was in rehearsal, and I was just happy to be home. So I miss being able to just go wherever. I want to be in New York. I miss hooping. I miss like being able to play ball. Go to the gym, like just go out to dinner, like big simple stuff. I'm not trying to go to Paris or something crazy. Like I just want to be able to go grab something to eat, go to the beach, go back to Brooklyn, like just move around. Nothing too fancy. I mean, that's how it works. So those are the things the things you take for granted are the first things you miss.
Definitely.
Facts.
Have you learned any new abilities or have you taught yourself any new skills in quarantine?
That's what I was supposed to be doing, ain't it? Like, I feel like I'm in that stage right now where I got a list of like 5 things. Tomorrow production begins. I'm gonna be productive tomorrow. Like, I know it's like month 2. I've been saying this every day, but I'm gonna hit up. I'm gonna work out in the morning. I'm gonna knock this out. I'm gonna read 3 chapters of this. I'm gonna write that. I'm gonna start learning guitar. Maybe I should learn guitar. Let me see. Like things like I'm always plotting and scheming on it, and then it ends up I have to do 3 of those things, and then just like hang out with my kids. But
play Animal Crossing for 4 hours.
And it's also a good thing I don't have like something's wrong with my Xbox. Like it's a good thing I don't have a video game console set up, or else I would be deep in a hole.
That sounds rough. Oh, my heart goes out to you, brother. A broken Xbox right now. Oh, yeah.
It's for the best.
Bro, I could be a major league gamer by the time by the time they let us out of here, because I'm just like putting in work. Like, I'm just on there like, my thumbs got thumbs.
Yeah. Everybody's numbers up. Like you go on, it's like people have been playing for 25 hours straight. You don't get a chance to even like take a shot.
Which is also like disincentivizing me from even trying to play. Now all y'all motherfuckers are too nice to even like. I can't. You can't be. I used to play Madden. I was nice on Madden. I could beat most people. You take 2 seasons off. Now it's been 15 seasons. Like I can't even fuck with y'all anymore.
It changed the buttons on you and shit.
Yeah,
like,
exactly. That's what you look at. Oh, what triangle?
There's no more QB vision.
Yeah. What? Yeah. What? Yeah. excuses.
You gotta go into settings and put it on like veteran or like old school controls. And like,
right.
No!
Right. Beginner. Oh, where's that beginner at? Just to warm up, just for first quarter though. Like,
oh, it's the worst.
Yeah.
Jesse, what's your fridge looking like? You got any? You good with snacks and everything?
My fridge is all right. I'm like half loaded right now. I'm like half loaded. I've been cooking a lot. I've been doing me and Taylor have been cooking a bunch, and like, you know, I'm just like, I'm trying to get off all the fucking salty and sugar snacks, but I'm trying to stay away from all the mad salt and vinegar, jalapeno chips and cookies and shit. So, it's a lot of grapefruits and sweet potatoes in my house right now.
Okay.
And almond milk and shit like that.
Oof.
Good.
Bro, I ate some old lasagna the other day. You said milk. That shit made my stomach be like, no.
Yeah, I was ready to make some chicken tacos yesterday. I pulled out the chicken that it was like sell or freeze by 2 days ago.
Yes.
I stood there for like 10 minutes like,
Yes. That's the new
days.
Condry.
It was in the top shelf of the fridge, so it was like the colder section of the fridge. It was probably, let me smell it. Why am I smelling it? I can't tell the difference if I fucking smell it or not. Like, what am I, like, fake chef shake? Like, you know, like when you're at work and your boss walks by and you like squint at the computer, like, I'm like faking I'm like fake analyzing the chicken. Like, it is a juicy breast, but why is it red? Like, is that normal? Is that a little vascular? Let me throw this out.
It's a little metallic film on top, but you know, we can scrape that off.
You just wash that off. A little vinegar. Don't hurt. Oh, Jesse, yo, thanks for chopping it up with us. We know you're a busy man. You got things to do. We're going to let you go. But before we let you go, every guest on this show, we give them a neon sign, can tell the world whatever they wanted to say. What would your neon sign say?
My neon sign would say loving awareness.
Hey, loving awareness. That's a good one.
You know what I'm saying?
There we go.
So we need right now.
Future.
You know what I'm saying?
What we need.
Take that. Absorb
Shout out
it.
to the homie, Jesse. Jesse, stay safe.
Always.
Yes, sir.
See you, man.